Episode 7, Tock.
Yes, it's been a while, but don't worry about that, because welcome back to Ninjago, where Zane is underwater and he's seeing how long he can hold his breath with the ninja at the surface timing him.
10 minutes! He just broke his own record! The guy's inhuman!
And according to Google, this is humanly possible, so I'll let it slide. However, sitting at the bottom of the ocean like this without weights is not, at least according to my very extensive research of Googling it, checking the first answer and not clicking any links. So checkmate, show made for kids. Anyways, then they yap about how they've maxed out their stats and can't possibly get any better, and cue this random ass montage of them training. And the reason I say random is cause, how does this help them get stronger? Except for Cole, the training here is kinda useless, unless they're training resistance to their element, but even that doesn't make sense, cause aren't they already immune to it? I'm reading too far into this. Doesn't matter though, because they think they've all reached their full potential, which...
First off, no.
Anyways, they go to tell Sensei about this, but interrupt him, so they apologize, and Wu apologizes back for being distant, and tells them that he's just worried about Lloyd. Anyways, they tell him how they think they're done training, but he's like,
You might have reached peak physical condition, but you've yet to reach your inner potential. In each and every one of us, there are obstacles that hold us back. Only when you conquer that fear will your heart be free. Only then will you reach your true potential.
And now it's backstory time, because the Great Devourer isn't just this random snake, it's the thing that made Lord Garmadon evil in the first place.
Flashback.
Wu tells the story about how when he and Garmadon were little, they were sword fighting, but Wu's sword flew over this wall and he had no balls, so Parmesan went to go get it, but got bit by this snake, which, turns out, was a little baby Great Devourer. When Parmy Boy got bit, the Great Devourer's venom turned him evil, and the rest is history.
End of flashback.
Anyways, Wu tells them that he's gotta go on this trip to find someone that can help in Lloyd's search party and leaves the ninja in charge. Cut to Pythor and the Snake Gang, who are trying to figure out this riddle that tells them how to find the Fang Blades. And it's just now occurred to me that you guys don't know what the Fang Blades are, so let me explain. They're basically these daggered things that, when all of them are collected, will unlock the Great Devourer. Anyways, nothing really happens with them, so... Cut to the ninja, and they're putting up posters in a futile effort to try and find the Fang Blades when Zane senses something. And surprise...
It's the Falcon!
So they all follow the Falcon through the entire fucking Earth apparently, until they get tired and drop off one by one, Jay at the mountains, Cole on this tree bridge thing, and...
Good thing we're in peak physical condition.
So yeah, this whole getting tired montage is supposed to prove that they aren't super fit after all, but as far as I'm concerned, they're pretty damn fit, because they just ran across a whole ass desert. Either way, Kai falls behind, leaving Zane. He follows the Falcon until it drops dead and fritzes out, and he realizes it's a robot.
You're a robot?
Then Zane hears footsteps, and what I imagine to be the love child of C-3PO and the Iron Giant starts shooting lasers and attacking him. But he curb stomps it and sees a symbol on its back, which is the same symbol he happened to have found on the Falcon. He sees this tree with the symbol too, and turns out the tree is a door, which he opens, and reveals this whole huge workshop thing inside. Zane walks inside, finds the Falcon's blueprints, and fixes it up. Then he sees something under the Falcon blueprints, and... yeah, let me just play the scene.
No! It can't be! No! No!
Shit tragic, new paddock. Turns out bro was running automatic. So yeah, he's a robot, or
An android!
And I'm sorry in advance for making you think about this, but seriously, I need to know how no one found this out sooner. Did he not take showers? How did he eat? What about going to the bathroom? Why is the hatch on his chest in his suit? According to the picture, it should be under his gi. And even if it is under, how did he not see it when he was changing? How did everyone else not see it if it really was on his gi the whole time? Did anyone ever high-five him and feel metal? And if they didn't, that raises the even weirder question of, is he covered in human skin? Now, you may say, They're LEGO minifigures. They don't have skin. And to that, I say touche. But that doesn't dismiss literally everything else. I mean, we saw Cole using the bathroom in episode 2 where we first learned something's off with Zane. But I don't even know if I want to know how all that works, so let's move on. Cut to Wu, who enters this tea shop with this weird ass lady and he buys this ominous tea. Then cut back to the ninja who have all caught up and found the treehouse thing, and quick tangent, but theoretically, they should not have all gotten there at the same time because they were each different distances apart. But doesn't matter because they find Zane and he tells them that he's a robot. This scene of Zane twerking exists.
You thought I was feeling you? No. That nigga a munch. Nigga either he ate it for lunch. Bitch on my body, I get what I want like.
So anyways, they try to comfort him, but he's still having an existential crisis, which is fair, so they leave him there and give him some space, but as soon as they step outside, they get ambushed by walking trees, or, as the show calls them,
Tree horns!
So they get to kicking ass only to get their asses kicked, and back to Zane, because he's looking over his blueprints, and finds a memory switch, which unlocks the memories he had of his dad. We get a montage of Zane, his dad, and the Falcon, which his dad built to be a friend for Zane, explaining their connection to each other. He sees his dad dying, sheds a tear, and runs out of the treehouse to catch up with the others, only to see him getting kicked around like the children in my basement, and he gets so pissed off that he goes Super Saiyan, and this shit is cold as fuck.
You will not hurt my friends. There is nothing that will hold me back. I know who I am.
What's happening to him? Was he programmed to do that? I've never seen a robot do that.
You mean Ninjroid?
Yeah, whatever.
Anyways, this is called True Potential, and it's what Wu was waffling about earlier. This then kicks off what I like to call the True Potential arc. Anyways, as mentioned earlier, each ninja has something holding them back from reaching their full potential, and for Zane, it was not knowing who he was and not knowing his past, and regaining his memory allowed him to unlock his full potential. Or true potential, I don't know, it's called both and this show won't make up its damn mind. But for shits and giggles, I'm gonna rank all the True Potential episodes from best to worst, in my humble and accurate opinion, and I'm gonna put Zane's in the number 2 spot. A classic and very hype, but not quite number 1. We then cut back to the snakes, who just got thrown out the window this whole episode, like, I almost forgot they were in this one. Anyways, they all argue until they fuck around and find out that the way to solve the riddle and find the Fang Blades is to use the venom in their staffs to make a magic map. Everybody following along? Good, because cut to Wu on this peak thing in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, and he uses the weird tea from earlier to make a pentagram. And he uses the weird tea from earlier to make a circle around his fire, which opens a portal in the sky, which doesn't really make sense. Like, if he poured it on the fire, the portal should open up on/in the fire for him to hop into, right? Doesn't matter though, because he walks through the portal and end scene.
Hello, brother. What took you so long?